new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? Try them all now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine. Copyright 2026, The Coca-Cola Company. Sprite is a registered trademark of The Coca-Cola Company.
Study
and play come together on a Windows 11 PC.
And for a limited time, college students get
the best of both worlds.
Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Aespa Lemonade. Let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 12. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. We got a little bit of a morning episode. I'm not going to lie, this ought to be the morning episode gauntlet. And, you know, my lineup to talk about music in the morning is definitely something. We got some K-pop. It's honestly been quite a while since I talked about some K-pop. Not really. We talked about some K-pop literally like last week. But look, last week was, some of the worst music I've ever heard in my damn life. I don't even want to think about that. We're just going to move on from that other group. And let's talk about a group that actually puts in some fucking effort. Thank God. I thought it was kind of impossible. Yeah, but today we got Aespa, and Aespa actually dropped a new album, which I'm very excited to say. I haven't done a K-pop album review ever since BTS. I am excited to say we are going to be doing an album review for this album, because why the fuck not? I think it'd be pretty fucking cool. But yeah, it's going to be a really cool week. We got 2 album reviews coming out, next later down this week. I won't say the other one, but you already know the other one we got coming up. We're completing the trilogy finally. But anyways, let's talk about Aespa Lemonade. Let's start off with this beat. Now, this beat actually, has a little bit to it, which I do like. I really like the synths on here. The synths don't sound like, every other fucking synth that I've heard from, like from the Cat's Eyes, from the LA fucking SFMs, the fucking, the other K-pop groups that just kind of like, just loop the same shit. At least the beat here actually switches up. The 808s, the bass is actually really fucking good, which I do like. The drums too actually, come together in my opinion. So I will say this beat, it's nothing crazy, nothing special, but I will say it does sound pretty fucking good. That bass line, when the beat actually drops, there is a little bit of a beat drop, which I do like. The drums sound really fucking good. So overall, I really do enjoy this beat. I like all the different elements there. And I also do like the fact too that, hey,
you thought this was your Run Club era. Turns out, it was more of a thinking about Run Club era. The good news? Someone's marathon training is about to start. Sell your workout gear on Depop. Just snap a few photos, and we'll take care of the rest. They get their race day fit, and you get a payout for trying. Someone on Depop wants what you've got. Start selling now. Depop, where taste recognizes taste.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
It's kind of funny. I've talked about so much of, like, Cat's Eye, all these other, like, K-pop groups that, like, are copying Cat's Eye's formula, their format. And it's kind of funny how I stumbled on Aespa, a long time ago. When I'm doing episodes just to, to learn how to talk. Which is kind of funny. Aespa was one of those groups where were one of my practice episodes of season 9, because I said season 9, we're going to change up the whole entire format. I'm actually going to, make less than fucking 3-minute episodes, which is kind of funny to think about. But Aespa was one of those groups that I just kind of stumbled on, and they like changed my whole perception of new K-pop groups because they actually put in the effort, and each member has their own unique sound. And that's such a cool ass thing. You know, it's kind of a lost art. It's kind of forgotten in the K-pop world. Let's just be fucking real. I mean, even BTS has lost that ability. I mean, they've lost that ability so bad that it fucking blows my damn mind. But let's not talk about BTS, even though I still get comments to this day about that album review, and I will stand on business. I will stand on the fact that that is one of the worst fucking albums I've ever heard in my goddamn life. No amount of essay comment, no matter of a comment that's written like a fucking 50 chapter book, no matter how much they comment and try to convince themselves that this album's good, in my opinion, that album is so fucking ass that I would rather do anything else. And I hope Aespa album's not like that. I can't wait to dive into that. We will be diving into that, you know, later down the week. I got something a little bit special planned, which, you know, I haven't done this in quite a while. Ever since, you know, Drake came out with 3 albums, I've been kind of vindicated. I've been kind of like, all right, you know, I'm going to get back to doing album reviews. So we got something a little bit down the week, but I won't get into that. But let's get into, you know, the beginning verse. I do like the beginning verse on here. You don't know how I feel about K-pop rapping. I'd say overall the K-pop rapping, the different switch-ups that happen, actually sound pretty good. There's this one switch-up where, you know, it switch-ups the third time to this other member, and this other member...
This summer, serve up the Cookout Classics, Heinz Ketchup, and Kraft Singles. Every good burger needs a layer of perfectly melty cheese and thick, rich ketchup. We all know it's not a cookout without Heinz and Kraft.
Good sleep is everything. That's why Ollie's Science Back Support is made with a blend of melatonin and L-theanine for both kiddos and grown-ups. So when your mind won't switch off, you've got something that can help. Your racing thoughts and restless nights won't stand a chance. Find Ollie Sleep Solutions for the whole family at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
It's fucking spaz on the beat. The fucking flow, like, you know, the EDM beat is, you know, an EDM beat, but she's fucking taking that EDM beat and kind of, you know, making it its bitch. You know, the way that she's flowing on the beat, the way she's effortlessly having these really fast flow switches, that's something that really stood out to me. I really like that. I think it was one of the most entertaining things off this song, which I do like. And the cool thing, too, I think the beginning to the hook, you know, there's always these little intros to the hook, and I think each time the singing, the melodic vocals can come in, they sound really good, and then the lemonade drop comes in. Now, they do just say lemonade over and over and over again. You know, they do switch it up with ETA, and then they say ETA over and over again. So there's not much variation, you know, on the hook-wise, but the hook is short. It's addicting. It easily gets stuck in your head. I like the build-up to it. I like the background vocals. And I also do like at the very end of the song, you know, you just see one of the members just like holding out their nose. They're like singing their ass off in the background as the, you know, the other members are singing Lemonade, which I really do like that part too. I think it just makes it more entertaining. You know, I like it when, you know, I'll just say this, you know, Cat's Eye is not holding out vocal inflections like that, all right? I hear that, I'm like, okay, this is some real-ass K-pop. I like that. And I do like this cool, like, final verse. You know, the final verse is a rap verse. The rapping, you know, is sounding really good. I'm liking the flow. And then it transitions to this pre-hook, and then you're like, okay, we're already on the pre-hook. And then this final bridge gap happens, and then we transition to the final variation of the Lemonade hook. I like all of those little build-up moments. I like how this final verse was like a final verse, but then it immediately switches into a bridge to the final hook. I just think the complexity of that was really done very well, and I really do enjoy that. So overall, when we talk about Aespa Lemonade, I really like the beat. The beat's fucking banging. I like the vocals. I like the verses. I like the hook. All the different elements here are absolutely fantastic. So overall, I will easily give this song a nice 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. And, get ready for some more K-pop reviews. No singles. All right, this is the only single we're doing for the reviews. But then, I got something a little bit planned. We're going to do a gauntlet, a marathon of K-pop, which I haven't done since BTS, which I'm kind of scarred to do that because BTS ruined my fucking day. But anyways, I'll say I'll have a good one. Yeah, guys. Bye.